Well, right on. It says I'm live. At least that's what it says. I can't tell, but I think I am. Let me see. What is that? If I go to this, that's the one I want. Hi, Renee. How am I loud enough? I can't really tell. And I can't see it. Yo, yo, yo. Okay. Yeah, hey, I was going to take some calls tonight, but only I can't make the darn phone call thing work. And I went way over. I was going to come on at 8 o'clock, and I messed around with that thing for an hour. And the caller had an echo, so they couldn't hear what was going on, and I could hear them fine, and they said they could hear me fine, but they were hearing an echo of their self coming back, and I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. So no phone calls. I'm so sorry about that, because I had a couple of people that were going to call in, and we are going to have some fun. Hey, all right, it's Brown Dwarf and Claudia and one B Tech Sasquatch Man. What's up? Yeah, so tonight I'm not going to talk about Sasquatch much. You know, I think what the topic I'm going to talk about, I think is I think Sasquatch is a little bit related to that, but only I want to talk about ancient aliens. You know, I've been kind of researching ancient aliens for a while, like probably about 15 years. And the other night I wasn't feeling good, and I have all the ancient aliens recorded, and I clicked on a new one that they had and was laying here listening to it, and they were making me mad. I mean, I was absolutely getting mad. So I thought, you know what, man, my next show, I am going to talk about these guys. Not maybe those guys, but I'm going to point some things out that's super obvious. I mean, they talked about it, but it seemed like they danced around the elephant in the room to me. You know, ancient aliens, like we can't be smart enough to build a pyramid. I mean, come on. I really think we can. Hey, Rob, how you doing? And Cryptid 559, man, we got to hit the outdoors here pretty soon, man. I'm feeling a lot better. Hey, Ito, I see you going up at the top of the screen. Yay. Yeah, so I'm so sorry about getting on late. I had that, thank you. I hate when they say that. Yeah, well, now you're at the bottom of the screen, working your way to the top. So, you know, I wanted to come on earlier because I know it's late on the other side, the left coast or the right coast. I don't know. I get the coasts mixed up, but the East Coast, I know it's kind of late over there, and I don't want to be too late for everyone. But I know it'll be recorded and they can go back. Mid-South Sasquatch, hey, and he doesn't have a wrench. I gotta fix that. I gotta go over here to fix it though. Let me see. I like the to have everybody blue like that. It's easier for me to read the chat, believe it or not. Okay, so and Miss Melanie, oh, you caught me live and you don't have a wrench. Okay, I got to go over there and fix that because you just got to have a wrench. You know, the trolls come in and they get attacked from everyone. I love it. It'll be like a race. Who can knock the dude out with a wrench fast? Yeah, that's the kind of thing. Boots on the ground with Barb. Oh, he doesn't have a wrench. I got a wrench to everybody up. Oh, man. Okay. There we go. Okay, so everybody has a wrench now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I'm really sad about not being able to take a call. if you're watching BZ, man, I am so sorry. I'm going to be on BZ's show next Thursday. So, and I was hoping I could have BZ call in tonight, and we would talk and stuff like that. He's a great guy. All you guys should go over to SHR Media and sub for him. Give him some subs. Show him some love. The guy is great. I mean, if you're into bashing the leftists and getting the real news about what's going on in the government and stuff, go find SHR Media on YouTube and sub and show some love. I mean, the guy is just a tremendous guy, really smart. 40 years in law enforcement, retired from the Sacramento Police Department. I mean, really good show. He puts on a really good show with sound effects and all kinds of stuff. I love it, and I listen to it all the time. I mean, I have it tuned in on YouTube, but I listen to it, and not so much watch it. But I do glance at it because he has a great sense of humor and funny as heck sometimes. And so I have it on my YouTube channel, or have it on his YouTube channel and watching it. So I wanted him to call in and talk to us and everything. And I had another caller lined up, but can't take a call. I'll try and figure it out. Next time I'll be ready to take calls and we won't have this problem no more, hopefully. And I don't know what it is, man. It's this thing, this is how you do it right here. If anybody does YouTube, you need an iRig or an iRig 2, and you hook it into your mixer. These go into your mixer. The little part right there goes into your phone. And then you just plug it in and you're good to go, supposedly. But I wasn't good to go. I was echoing. My wife was getting mad at me because I probably made 50 calls to her and said, "How's that? How's that?" She's like, "Echo, echo." So I don't know what it is. I was kind of tripping out on that. Let me see here. I don't know how my audio is. Should I turn it up a little bit? Let's see. Okay, so I should be sounding all right. I played with so many settings. I'm not really sure how I'm doing on that end of the deal. So, am I going to go to the Area 51? Hey, Lewis. I'm missing people because I'm talking too much. I'm invited to go and share a cabin out there at the Alien, or however you say that. That's what I mean. Have him call me. It was still doing an echo. So no matter how me and the wife did it, echo, 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 and it was making her mad. She has hearing problems anyways, and it might have been her hearing aid, but we told the daughter to call, and she doesn't have a hearing aid, and there was no echo. I mean, it echoed still. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to play around any longer and get too late. It's already a little after 9 on the West Coast. That means it's like midnight over on the East Coast. Yeah, so I got this thing on my mind about ancient aliens, and I mean, every time I watch Ancient Aliens, it makes me so mad. They act like humans are stupid. Hey, that sarcophagus. It looks like it was done by a machine. Well, we all know they didn't have machines, 10,000 years ago. So it had to be aliens. Ancient aliens. And I'm thinking, who says we didn't have machines back in 10,000 years ago? And then the one I watched last night, they were talking about, they were talking about the Sphinx and how it has water damage, and that was from 10,000 years ago. And there's stories of the flood. And I was thinking, no duh, you guys, no duh. There was a flood, a worldwide flood, wiped everybody out. And we all know Noah cruised around in a boat for a year. And I mean, people could discount that if they want, but everybody around the world has stories of this flood, and there's evidence of it everywhere. And it killed everything on the earth pretty much. And even the people doing DNA nowadays can uh, they can trace back to when that flood was, when there was a time when there was only a few people. The DNA kind of shows that. So really, we're all related. You know that, don't you? It's like a fishbowl. We live like in a fishbowl. We're locked onto this planet right here, and we all came from just a few people, and we spread out. And and then, just like we're humans, we're the human race. But just like dogs, there's Labradors, and there's Saint Bernards, and there's Chihuahuas, but they're all dogs, right? All of them are dogs. And I think that's kind of what happened with humans. We didn't evolve into from like some kind of pond scum or anything like that. We started out as humans, and we're still humans. We're still humans. Hey, Seuss and James, what's up? Ed, what are you guys doing? So I'm watching this show. And now, if you research this, 10,000 years ago, the first people lived 1,000 years. Think of it. We only live nowadays, probably, like, we're lucky if we make it to 80, 85, 90. If we make it to 100, we're really old. But back then, they lived 1,000 years, 980 years. So we only live 100 years. Let's just say average, 85 years. So we live 85 years, and we're smart enough to make cars and microphones and TVs and cameras and airplanes and rockets and who knows what else, right? I mean, technology's flying. So if you lived 1,000 years, just think what you could accomplish. You could work on one project for 500 years, and I'm pretty sure you could figure out how to carve rock and make machines. And who they might have had cars and planes and all that stuff. And when the flood came, it washed it all into the ocean. When all the water washed down into the lowest parts of the earth, which is the ocean, it would all be down there. I bet if they could dig around 5 miles down under the ocean, they would find stuff that would blow their mind. And I bet they have found stuff that is buried in mountains and caves and stuff like that. And I bet they already found some technology that's why we got so advanced so fast. And we were riding around on horses for a long, millennia. The idea of flying in an airplane was nobody could do that. Only now, you could get in an airplane and be 5 miles in the air and see sights that millions of people that lived on the earth before us, our ancestors, could not even imagine. And we could pay $300 or less sometimes, or more sometimes, and we could travel all around the world like in a day. I could be on the whole other side of the earth in 12 hours flying. And it would take them months. And if the wind died down, then they were stuck out there just floating around or paddling. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think they give humans enough credit back then. Living 1,000 years, and everybody lived 1,000 years. So that meant you knew all your grandkids and great grandkids and your great 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 grandkids. Can you imagine how big a family gathering would be? I mean, think about it. Okay, so that said, there was an incursion of what you could say are ancient aliens, but in most of the books they were called gods or or fallen angels. And they came, and when you read some of the texts, it said they brought technology and helped them. So here they are living 1,000 years, and they also had these guys come and help them out with some technology, makeup, all kinds of stuff. So that there's your ancient aliens right there, but they weren't aliens. I mean, they could be I guess if in a technical way they're an alien, but that isn't what they're called in all the books. That's the name we call them in today. Okay, that's a name that was just made up in the last probably 60, 80 years, or maybe a little longer. But it wasn't. They didn't call. They were called gods back then, or demigods, especially when they started breeding with some of them humans that they found to be, so beautiful. So they gave up their immortal body and took on a flesh body. See, these things could be anything they want to be. They could change. They're shapeshifters, and there really weren't. They weren't. There was like taboo for them to mess with us, right? But they did, and they created these giants, and then they started playing with. People can say whatever they want, but they started playing with the DNA, and we're just now starting to figure out the DNA. I mean, today I was spitting in a little tube. Me and my wife were spitting in the little ancestry DNA, and our kids bought it for us and sent it to us, and we spit into it. So we're just now gonna learn about DNA, but I mean DNA, it's really new for technology nowadays. But if you go back and look in the ancient past at what the ancient alien shows and those guys, they're calling ancient alien technology, which maybe I think humans are maybe smart enough to figure it out without the ancient aliens. Hi, Ivy, and Brown Dwarf, and Adolf. Hey, I'm missing people, huh? Because I'm not looking. Hey, Cy. Yeah, so the DNA, they were playing with everything. So like, I can't remember what they're called, but they're like half horse and half human. The only thing I can think of is Sagittarius, but I know that's what they're not called. But and the chimeras, three-headed dogs, dragons, all that stuff that we hear about that they say is, that too. Centaur, there you go, centaur. And they had the bulls with a human body, and then they had lions with a human head. And, I mean, just ridiculous. And but only they had giants, and those were born from the fallen ones that bred with the humans, and they were kind of like demigods, but they could be killed, but they had superpowers. They had elongated skulls, and I heard, I mean, like, if you look at mud fossils and stuff like that, they could have been huge, real huge. If you go on Google Earth and you look at Africa, at the top part of Africa, I can't remember the name of the desert, like Sahara Desert or whatever that desert is in the northern part of Africa, and you zoom in on the top left of Africa in the desert, you will see a fish that takes up like 5 countries. And you'll see a dragon, like, I don't know, regurgitating something onto that fish or something. But now the fish is huge, and you can see the scales and the eyes and the fins, and it's huge. I mean, huge. I'm talking about like the size of the United States or half the United States. But then the dragon goes all the way across Africa, and you can see its tail all the way over on the east coast of Africa. And you can see it on Google Earth. And there's another one in the United States down by Georgia, South Carolina, in the Carolinas. You have to look close, but it's there. There's giant dragon. Yeah, all the desert is actually like when you go to the bottom of the ocean, it's all sand, right? Sandy stuff. So the desert is where water was covering it at one time. And and one of the other things that people don't talk about about like this stuff is like the flood. Okay, when you're talking to archaeologists and stuff like that, and they're talking about how long ago things lived, 150 million years ago, and this was, and I don't know the names because I don't believe in it. Okay, because I don't believe that like the Cretaceous period and all this stuff. I don't believe in that stuff because I believe all that stuff was put down in the flood. Like if you took a big jar and filled it up with a bunch of dirt and different material and then shook it up and then set it down, and it would settle in layers, okay? And I don't think it took all that long. It settled down in layers. That's like so now when they'll be digging and they won't tell you about it. There's pictures of it on online though. You could look this up too. There's trees that will be stuck in layers going 600 million years. Okay, so if that tree was sticking in the first layer 600 million years ago and then waited for the one that took another 300 million years to make the next layer to cover up that part of the tree, and then the next 100,000 years covered up the next part of that tree, and the whole tree is intact, and it runs through like 600 million years. Okay, now why didn't that tree like fall apart? Why is it in every single layer? Why? Because it was put there. It landed there and got stuck in the first layer, and then as the layer and silt and everything fell down and all that settled, it covered the tree up. But it also covered up all the stuff that's buried down there. And I bet you there's stuff down there, man. UFO kind of technology. I bet there's things that would blow our mind of technology, that these people that live a thousand years, I bet you they had a lot of technology that we couldn't even dream of, because we can't finish a project. We die before we finish. And then the dude that takes over isn't as smart as you, and he screws it up. And then a smart guy picks it up again, and then he figures out something else, right? You know what I'm saying? And then 1,000 years from now, we might have something that resembles a little bit of technology. You know what I mean? But I absolutely believe that we stumbled onto some technology, or this is a big or these bad cabal Satan worshiping people open a portal, and in around 1947 there wasn't even any UFOs before 1947. No UFO reports hardly at all. Nothing really like it. They had them, but not after 1947. It went nuts, right? All of a sudden, they're all over the place and they're crashing, and people are getting the crashes. And I think maybe they made a deal with these things, and they call them aliens, and really they're demons, like fallen angel technology stuff. The same ones, they don't die, but they had to be called into our dimension. They had to do some kind of ritual to call them into our dimension. Exactly what the Mayans were doing, and these things like blood. So a lot of their rituals include blood and eating people. And if you read history, human history, every time the humans devolve into this kind of thing, the first thing they start doing is drinking the blood and pulling hearts out and sacrificing babies and all that stuff. So, I'm probably going to get in trouble. I noticed last week I talked about praying for you guys, right? And I think I'm going to just unmonetize my whole channel because it's a joke. YouTube's a joke. They demonetize, and I don't even hardly run a commercial on anyways. They just put one little ad, right? Well, I put the video up, and the next thing I know, it's saying that my video wasn't suitable. Last video I did wasn't suitable for advertisers. And I was trying to think, what did we do? What did we talk about that's not suitable for advertisers? What is it that I said? I could talk about Bigfoot all day, and they never flag me. As soon as I start saying I'm praying for people and stuff like that, that's when I get flagged. It's the weirdest thing, man. The weirdest thing. Really makes you think. And I talked about, places I win and stuff like that. Hey, Pete, I noticed you don't have and rate your pain. Hey, Jack, what's up? I'm gonna give you guys a wrench real quick. Let me see. Pete, add. I gotta find Jack. I'm gonna be on Rate Your Pain's channel. I don't know when, but we might have to do the whole thing over too. I heard, but I probably talked too much and was going off on rabbit trails. Probably never even touched the subject we were supposed to be talking about anyways. I'm really bad for that. I'm like the rabbit trail king, I'm trying to stay on topic tonight, but it's kind of hard, I could go off topic really fast. And now I'm old, so I could go off topic and then talk for 5 minutes and then forget what I was even talking about. I'll be all gone. I'm gone, Yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you could. I was thinking afterwards. I probably blew it. I probably fix it up so that there wasn't nothing usable. I was feeling bad too. Like, man, I wish I could quit doing that. But it's just, that's me. You guys got me, man. I don't hide from you. What you see is what you get, in the raw. I'm not trying to fake anyone out. I'm not being fake. I know some people that try though, but I'm not that. What you see is what you get right here. And I know, a lot of people don't agree with me, and that's all right, because I have friends, I don't agree with them, but that's how you learn right there is that's kind of what's wrong with our country right now. It's politically incorrect to do certain things, or say stuff. You can't, like what used to be funny, like if anybody watched WWE when it was WWF, they would get on there and they would like make fun of the Saudis, or they were always, it was like not politically correct. They can't do that no more. They can't say that no more. If they say that or do that, even cartoons. What was that guy, the handyman guy on Color My World? There was the handyman. He would make fun of retarded people. I mean, a lot of it would be like, it is so funny, right? So funny. And nobody got their butt hurt over it, really. And now you can't say it anymore. And the only ones that can say it is the ones that have a victim wrapped around them, right? They're victims of this, so they can say whatever they want. But if I say it, no way, everybody will attack me, It's kind of weird. It's really weird. We live in a weird world. And I was wondering, how did that even happen? Right? How did we get like that? When did it start? And how did it get so far? And I bet you that if you're looking at like the whole majority of all the people on the earth, I bet it's only like a small little population of people that got loud enough, and we all, with respect, we respect people's space and ideas, so we got quiet and we let them be whatever. And then now they've kind of buffaloed us into a corner and we can't get out of it now. Now they use the mainstream media to bash you if you say that. You want to go viral, go out there and say something stupid and with a news camera, or get on YouTube and do it, and you'll be instantly famous or instantly infamous, but everybody will hate you. You'll think everybody hates you, but a lot of people will just be going, "Oh my God, he shouldn't have done that." Wow, he should have been a little bit smarter. He shouldn't have said that. But I don't know. I don't know what happened to the world. I think maybe the ancient aliens did it. I blame the ancient aliens. They're doing it. I think they're coming in here and they're like beaming stuff into people's brains. You are politically incorrect. You can't say that. And you can't have a gun. Throw all your guns at the courthouse. I think that's what they're trying to do to us. I think it's like lame, real lame. Everybody in the whole world is trying to get in this country. And then there's a few people that wants them in here, despite that we all have to pay for it, and the rest of the country's like, no, don't bring him in here. We don't want any more taxes. Here I am going down that rabbit trail. Sorry, guys. but only these are the things that get me, man. That just lately, I mean, this is the stuff that has been like messing with my brain. I mean, serious. You turn on the TV. There was another one that got me. I was on with Jack on Rate Your Pain, and I have a really bad disability. It hit. Now you guys can look it up. This is online, man. You can look it up. RSD, the highest pain known to mankind. I've had 5 people commit suicide that are friends of mine that have RSD. I made a lot of friends back when the internet was just forums and stuff like that. No Facebook, no MySpace, no anything like that. And you could really hide easier too. You could make like a lame name, and everybody would know you by that, and it wasn't have anything to do with you. And you can put some funky, stupid picture of a baby laughing or something, and that was you, with this funky name and a little picture. But I got to know all these people, a lot of people, and I'm still friends with a lot of them, and they're all on my Facebook. But now they have they're doing fear porn. It's fear porn. That's what I call it, fear porn. We have the world, or the media and the government and everybody doing this fear porn thing, to take your guns. So, they send out and I actually believe they're programmed. These guys are programmed, like they take some meds and they see psychologists, and they're programmed by some government program. And they call them up and they say, go shoot up the walnut party, go shoot up walnuts and go shoot over here, and they brainwash these guys, and they can just call them up and say, I mean, we've seen the movies, the sky is red and the ground is blue, and then that triggers the dude, and he runs out and he goes and gets his guns and he goes and shoots everybody up, right? I mean, that's what's going on. Well, now they're doing fear porn on everything, and it's making me so mad. Hey, Isaiah, what's up, brother? I want to go camping with you. And I don't care what Jeffrey says, okay? Where did Isaiah go? Oh. Yeah, so the fear porn thing. I was talking to my daughter, and my grandkids, and they were talking about climate change, and I was like, climate change, we did not we're not causing climate change. We humans on the earth, okay, like we live on only 25%. The earth is, the ground is only 25% of the total earth. Okay, the total earth is 75% water. Okay, and then we only live on a percentage of that 25% of the earth. We're not all over it. We're like a little goosebump on the on a pimple of the earth's butt. Okay, that, I mean, we're nothing. And how much we spew in CO2 is nothing, absolutely nothing. It's like 0.003% is what we put into the whole atmosphere. It's nothing. We are not doing it. It is not us, okay? And when you see a turtle with a soda thing wrapped around its neck, it's not from us. It's not from America. We're probably the most conscientious people of all. I mean, I used to have my sports car had a 454 with a double pumper, spewing the gas, man. Oh man, it was fast, so it burned rubber. And I mean, it really blew the gas out, and dual points and all this stuff. Now we have computers in our cars. We have catalytic converters. We have fuel injection, and we got all the timing is everything's ran by a computer. It's like it burns cleaner than anything. I mean, clean. We're not doing it. The sun could be doing it, but we're not doing it. We're full of it if we think we're doing it. And then that they say that there's a bunch of plastic in the ocean that's the size of Texas. Okay, that is a lot of pollution, man. What are we doing? Throwing everything in. It's not us, all right? It's not us. And then, anyways, Texas is pretty big when it's in the state in the United States, but when you drop Texas into the middle of the ocean, it becomes a period on a sentence, right? It's hardly anything in size. Nothing. It's nothing. I'm telling you, it's absolutely nothing. And it isn't even from pollution, people throwing stuff away. It's from tsunamis. The tsunamis wash in 2 miles and then pull everything out. Straws, plastic, cars, refrigerators, people, dogs, animals, goats, cows, everything, buildings. And then it all goes out there, and then bam, it starts gathering in one place, and there you go. And how many tsunamis over the last 2,000 years? I mean, come on. But we do have the power to clean it up, but do we? No, we just cry about it. Everybody just cries about it and throw the blame game, the fear thing on everyone. Fear, don't drive your car, don't fly in a plane, don't, all this stupid stuff. It's like stupid. I don't know. I can't take the stupidity. I don't know. I'm going on a rant. I know. Let me see if I can find Isaiah. I think my YouTube's behind. I found him though. Okay, Isaiah's a Blue Ranch. Yeah, so what do you guys think about all this? I pretty much said my piece about what I think, and I don't care if you guys disagree with me or anything. I welcome it. I welcome good debate, and we can learn from things like that. Like, I bet I said some stuff you guys never even heard of in your life, and you'll be doing the Google thing tomorrow. Like, man, I'm gonna get that dude. I'm gonna prove him wrong. And you just might. I might have read the wrong thing, but I think everybody should look it up and learn and get ready. Oh yeah. there was the one thing. Okay, the fear porn. So now, if you take pain pills, you're bad. Okay, and now pain pills get abused just like people abuse alcohol, every other thing. They abuse everything. Everybody abuses absolutely everything they can abuse. There's some people that just want to abuse stuff, you know? And back in the day when we didn't protect everything, that's how you weeded out the the idiots. They would take their self out. You know what I mean? Like, but now we want to, protect them and keep them and, all that stuff. And then we want to punish everybody that even has to take a pill like that, I can't help it. A doctor screwed me up and changed my life, took my old life and gave me a new one that's full of pain, and where I spend I'm in my bedroom right now. You guys have no idea how much time I spend right here on my bed. More time than I do anywhere else. And it's sick. I mean, I get out maybe once or twice a week. The rest of the time I'm right here. And it wasn't from my fault. It's from a doctor's fault. And I couldn't even sue him or anything. I wound up messed up. And I have to take pain pills in order to get up and go to Walnuts with my wife and walk around Costco and all that kind of stuff. I can't do it without it. I went 2 years without them, and I never got out of bed. And my wife was telling me, you know what, she wanted to go traveling to Oklahoma and stuff like that. And she told me, you know what, you need to go get some meds so that we could go traveling. Because she knew I wouldn't even go. So now I do. And I take the lowest dose possible for me. So the pharmacy's messing with me, CVS pharmacy. You come in with your prescription. You have like 1 day. Okay, they run you all the way out of the pills before you can pick up another prescription. You can't go to any other pharmacy. You can't change pharmacies. You have a contract, right? But then you could take your prescription in, turn it into them, and the day before you're going to run out, and then the next day you're supposed to pick it up. Then you go drive over there, and because maybe they don't like you, or they don't like you have long hair, or you have a tattoo or something, or you're cross-eyed, I don't know, and they decide that they're going to tell you they're out. They ran out. Oh, we'll have them on Wednesday, 5 days later or something. And then they try to kill you. So then, I just dealt with that. And so now I'm riding in the car the other day, and I'm listening to the radio. My volume's low. Okay. How's that? A little bit better? A little better? Can you hear me now? Yeah, so I'm riding in the car, and every time a commercial came on, you know what it was? Call now if you have problems with opioid addiction. We have people that can help you right now. Call 1-800 blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, and now it wasn't like every hour or few hours. The whole time I was in the car was every freaking commercial was doing that. Like, is that brainwashing people? Like, if you hear something long enough, do you start believing it? Are you guys one of those ones that start believing it? You believe everything the news tells you and all that stuff? I say question everything. Everything. Question why are they running that every single day? Is it really that bad? And really, is it from the pharmacies, or is this stuff coming over the board, or the one that they don't want to build a fence for, right? I mean, like, think about it. Question everything and dig and dig and dig and find out the truth for yourself. That's what's important. That's what's important, is that you dig. And it could be on any topic. But the fear porn thing, I'm sick of it. I am so sick of, like, you're a racist, you're this, you're that, like, they're saying all white guys are bad, like, we're the whole problem in the whole United States. Like, really? Serious? come on, you know. And then some guy goes crazy with a gun. Get all those guns and take them away from people. They're crazy. All these people that have guns are maniacs, you know. Have you ever heard of one NRA person going out on a shooting rampage? Probably not. You want a really good test? Okay, this is going to blow your mind, I know for sure. Can you name right now, is it one or two black people that got shot by a cop? I bet you can, right off the top of your head. But did you know, can you name one white guy that's been shot by a cop? Can you? I bet you can't. And did you know that there's twice as many white guys shot by cops than there is black guys shot by cops? Did you know that? But how come we can name all the black guys that are shot by cops? We can't name one white guy shot by the cops. I mean, answer me that one. You know, like I say, question everything, question everything. Okay, and I'll quit talking about that. Or let's talk about something fun, because this one really gets under my skin, man. But yeah, I'm tripping on all this stuff. It's getting so insane. You know, now, you know, along this thread of how insane it's getting into the Bigfoot and the aliens and paranormal, it's on the rise. Everything's on the rise. Okay. Before you had to drive 100 miles to get to Bigfoot land. Now you can just drive down the street to the river and there they are. And I don't care where you are, they're there. You know, and you could go alien hunt. You can go watch for UFOs and you can see them. You'll see one. I mean, if you spend enough time out there, you'll see one. The same with the Bigfoot. You want to find them? They're out there. And it didn't used to be like that. It was so rare. Every so often people would see them. I mean, it was hardly at all. Now everybody's a Bigfoot expert. Everybody. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing. You know, yeah. So wait, there's some good stuff on chat. I'm missing it, huh? Yeah, that's the big one killed by Bigfoot. That's the big one. It's all in your head. All your pain, all that stuff, all in your head. There's nothing wrong with you. You know? I'm sorry that your leg looks like a Z, but that doesn't hurt. It's okay. You know, that's all in your head. The pain's all in your head. Just take this SSRI inhibitor thing, you know, antidepressant medicine, and it turns you into a zombie. You'll be fine. You know, just go home like, oh, yeah. And Killed by Bigfoot doesn't have a wrench. Got to fix that. There we go. Everybody has a wrench. Cool, man. Man, I think you guys are more interesting than what I'm talking about. I should be, yeah, zombie pill. I should be reading the chat. Yeah, man, the everything's going crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Do you know that I didn't even know what a headache was until I was 42? I never took an aspirin or anything. Although I did know when I took some pain meds when I went to the dentist, but I get a toothache or something, and I went to the dentist. That was the only time I really took anything. But I didn't really know. My wife would have headaches, and I couldn't understand what was up with her. And now I didn't get on her case or nothing, because I just never had a headache. I didn't know what it was like to wake up with a headache every day or anything like that. And then one day, the doctor said, oops. And ever since, I know what headaches are, kidney stones, all this stuff. This nerve disease attacked my nerves, and it got in my kidneys. It got in like the muscles that control your blood vessels constricting and unconstricting. That's actually what's wrong with me. The RSD is affecting my central nervous system, and it's keeping my blood vessels from operating right. So usually it has a stranglehold on it, and I have real high blood pressure that's ready to stroke me out. And then all of a sudden it lets go, and then I don't have no blood pressure. I stand up and fall down. Yeah, vasodilation. Thank you, sir. I would have never found that or thought of that. But yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, surgery. I died twice in surgery, so they did kill me. But only that actually solidified that I believe in heaven, because I went there and I found out it doesn't hurt at all. And you could travel at the speed of thought. You can know anything you want just by thinking about it. Like, you don't even have to ask a question. You just think about something, and then all the information you ever wanted to know about it is available to you. It's an interesting place. And I'm not scared to die because I know that's where I'm going, and it doesn't hurt. It hurts until you die. After that, no pain. Ah, man, that sucks, dude. That sucks. Yeah, they don't want us to think. That's why there's chemtrails. They're spraying the chemtrails. Did I see Jesus? I think. I don't know, man. I don't know if he was Jesus or not. I saw two light beings, okay? And they were beautiful, but I couldn't make out any facial features or anything. They were they were light, and they had the shape of a human, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I knew they were male, okay? That's what I mean by all you have to do is think about it and Well, I knew they were male, both of them. And what I think is they were some friends or family. That's what I think. And when I was what happened was I was standing in a valley. I came awake in this valley, and it was beautiful. There were smells that I can't even describe, colors that there is no word for here, and just beautiful, gorgeous, lovely. And I seen these mountains about 2 minutes in, and really it didn't feel like there was time to me. It felt like a long, long time, but only when I think back, it seemed like a short time. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how to describe that either. But I saw these mountains. I'm like, oh my God, one day I'm going to them mountains. I'm going to check them out because I knew I would be back there again. For some, I never really thought about it. I didn't put a lot of thought in it. I just knew that I was going to be there again, and I was going to check those mountains out. Well, as soon as I thought that, I was in the mountains. And then the smell of the mountains was off oh my God, if you've ever been to Yosemite or any high mountains where it is just I love the smell of the mountains and the ocean, but the mountains, it just has a really beautiful, beautiful smell. Well, this was 1 billion times more beautiful. And I was taking in, and I don't know, I didn't have my body, but I was like sucking it in, and taking it all in. Yeah, like that, Claudia Cedar and stuff. And then, I started turning around and looking at everything. And then as I turned all the way around 180, there's the valley that I'm looking over, the valley that I was just in. And all of a sudden the thought came to me that, whoa, there might have been somebody there that I was supposed to meet, even though there was nobody there when I landed. They could have been behind me though, because I never looked behind me. But I thought, oh man, I shouldn't have left. I should have jammed. I should have left, go back. I don't even know. I need to get back there. That was what I thought. And then all of a sudden, bam, I was standing there, and there's these two light beings standing there. And I was looking at them and going, wow. I mean, in my, here, if I was to look at those, it would burn my eyes out. It was that intense of a light. And it was beautiful, though, but it didn't hurt me. And all of a sudden, this guy mind speaks to me, and he says, "Are you done?" Just like that, like, "Are you done?" And it sent me into a panic because I kind of didn't know what I was doing, and I did, kind of leave, and I thought I was going to get in trouble there for a minute because, like, I'm like, what did I didn't do anything, like, and I didn't say anything, but in my mind, I'm starting to panic, and I'm thinking, like, done what? Done doing what? I want him to say what it is, I'm done. I don't know what I'm done. And then he goes, "No, are you done?" And I'm thinking, what? Am I done? And then he says, "What about your kids?" And all of a sudden my mind went to my kids. My mind went towards to here. And all of a sudden I felt my body go, and it sucked up. And within, it's like a blink of an eye, I slammed into my body. Now, later, thinking about it, I thought about this a lot, okay? A lot. And I didn't tell anybody for a long, long time either, because I thought people would think I was crazy. But when I slammed in, when I opened my eyes, there was a doctor like right here, and he was yelling at me, "Stay with us, stay with us." And then I conked back out. But later, I was reflecting on it. I thought, I wonder if the paddles, when they shock you back, I wonder if that's what made me think I slammed back in my body. I wonder if they hit me with that. It was like, I don't know, though. All I know is I died twice, and I felt like I slammed back in my body from there. But it's not a scary thing to die, so nobody should be afraid of it. And we're all going to go there one day. And it ain't bad, really. It's Earth on steroids. And in fact, I one of the things I was thinking on this ancient alien thing, they talk about Adam and Eve was in the Garden of Eden, and they're kicked out. Well, where's the Garden of Eden? Where is it? Okay, if they were kicked out, he said it put two huge angels at the gate of the Garden of Eden to guard anyone from getting in it, and I thought, where is it? We've been all over the earth. Nobody knows where it is. So I think that we actually were created to see and be in all the dimensions. And then when they screwed up, we got kicked out of the Garden of Eden dimension, right? We got stuck in this dimension that's not the Garden of Eden dimension, okay? We're in this one. And when we die, we get to go back into the other dimensions and see everything. I mean, that's just my thought, I don't know for sure, but question everything I say and do and say, Yeah, it says Iraq, but what if it's there, right there, on top of everybody, and nobody could see it? They can't even see the angels because it's dimensional. And we know that aliens pop in and out of dimension. We hear about Bigfoot popping in and out of dimension. We hear about people transcendental meditation, all that kind of stuff. So we know that there's other dimensions, and now science is starting to prove it with 10 dimension. They say there might be 10 different dimensions. String theory. So I mean, it's like think about things, question things, read about everything, question it, look it up, and we might not even be able to find the truth, the real truth, but we could at least filter all the garbage out and get some of it, you know? You know what I mean? Hi, Winter. How are you? It's good seeing you. The world is fighting. It is. And that I think that's breaking over into our dimension. They're having a battle in that dimension, and that the feelings, you know what I mean? Like people are sensitive to stuff, and I feel like that's like breaking out into our dimension is so the badder that fight goes in the other dimension, the more animosity and fighting and weirdness is in this dimension. I think they're all connected somehow, and I think we all feel it, you know. And sometimes some people are raging for no reason, and they're just more sensitive, and they're feeling that battle, you know, and they're raging and they don't know why. I mean, that's just one of my things I think of. Hey, Knight Rider. Hey, Daytona, man. How's it going, brother? Yeah, it is it is annoying. I can see you, the wifey. I probably gotta go. I told her I would only do an hour, and we just crossed an hour, so she's my timer. Nice. I was gonna do longer, except for I couldn't get the phone call to work. It was echo, echo, echo. It was driving me crazy. Hey, David, how are you? Raven. I know I'm just getting started, and everybody's starting to pop in all of a sudden. You see, Mom? Yep. So I'm trying to read everybody's thing. I'll take questions real quick for a few minutes. Yeah, that's right. She wants to turn the TV on, probably. Like, oh man, there he is. He's on his camera again. I'm getting ready to start another channel. I want to ask you guys what you think. Okay, now for the people that don't catch this live, and for the ones that are even catching it live, I am starting. I got a bunch of radio shows of this guy called the Radio Detective series, and he died a few years ago, but he was nationally syndicated. He has like 6 years of shows, so I'm going to start putting those on YouTube, and I'm going to create the YouTube channel. And now the question I have that I want everybody to, I'm going to create 2 channels. In fact, I don't have my 107 license for the drone yet, and they tell me I can't put any drone video on YouTube. So I want to create another YouTube. Maybe I could do it on I never thought of that. Maybe I could do it in my Patreon account. I think I could load videos there, and I want to put all the drone videos up so everybody can. I love flying it, and I have, I don't know, quite a bit of video, and I want to share it with everybody. It's beautiful. And I want to start it. They won't let me put it on a monetized channel, so I'm going to start a non-monetized channel just to share the drone videos. You know, and then I'm going to start another one for the Radio Detective. You know, I thought about live stream. They cost money now. It costs money to do live stream. And Vimeo costs money too. I used to have a free Vimeo, but now they live stream and Vimeo merged, I guess, and now it costs money. I mean, me and Jeff, we did live stream for, I don't know, 5 years, something like that, before we finally switched over to the Dark Matter Network and started opening for Art Bell. And then after that, we were I don't know where we were after that. Man, we were doing YouTube, but I think we were still doing live stream. I think we went back to live stream. I'm not sure. It's hard. We did so many things, and we met so many people, and we interviewed so many people. I wish I could share some of the stuff. I mean, we have we have so many interviews with everybody. I mean, you guys know, if you've been around, you know that we interviewed a lot of good people. I never met Art Bell. We talked to him when he was offering us the spot to open for him. We were doing a three-way call. He didn't talk much. Mostly it was Keith, his guy, his producer. But he's the one that picked us. Art Bell picked us. We didn't pick him. And he had Keith contact us to do the Art Bell Dark Matter Network, and we did that for 3 years. In fact, we were the number one show on the whole Dark Matter Network. We were even outdoing Art Bell, in viewers. So that there was a little that caused a little bit of a problem, And then they started getting on our case because we were doing video and they were all audio only, like radio. So we would be talking about pictures and videos and stuff like that we had on there, and they were like, we're an audio thing and nobody could see your pictures. So then we started sending all our pictures to Keith and videos and links and stuff so that he can put them up on the Dark Matter Network homepage, and everybody could look at them, and that kind of fixed it a little bit. But really what happened was we were like, our audio was being sent through Dark Matter Network, but we were still broadcasting over live stream, I think. And so everybody started leaving Dark Matter and going over and watching on the live stream thing. And so they were losing actual viewership. I mean, they weren't, but they were. They went back and listened to the other shows, but they would leave for a little bit and watch me and Jeff do our thing, and share stuff and stuff, so camping at Courtright Res. Let's do it before it gets cold. No, your ears did not deceive you. Killed by Bigfoot. We even got him to say Bigfoot too, and he hasn't said it since. And he's starting to come back around to it though. But we interviewed David Paulides 3 times, or Paulides, or however you say it, 3 times. And then the 4th time, he was coming out with this other book. And when we asked him I guess Jeff asked him, if he wants to be interviewed again. And he said, no, you guys are too geographic locked. So we didn't have a big enough audience, I don't think, or he didn't think. Even though we really did, we do, or it was over 100 and something thousand. I guess you have to have 2 million or 3 million. He's looking for bigger fish, like sell a lot of books. If you can make $1 off of 2 million people, you just made $2 million. You know what I mean? So that's how his thinking, I think. Yeah, he didn't like the interview, and I think that he didn't like Jeff kind of, I don't know what you call it, host bullying to get him to say that. I mean, Jeff's good at that host bully thing. Sometimes I think he says things and it hurts people and he doesn't even realize it. Even though he'll get butthurt if you say something, but he'll say things and not even think twice, and it hurts people. It used to get me mad because I care about people, and I wouldn't say anything if I ever thought it was going to hurt anyone. I mean, you guys are all my friends and stuff. I wouldn't want to say anything that mess up my friends. And then he would do this other stuff, like he would tease, say, we got all this stuff, but I'm not going to show it to you guys. I'm saving it for TV. And then we would do the TV, but it would be local TV on, geographic local. And then it would never get aired, worldwide on the web. And then nobody would even see it. And I thought that was like cruel right there. Don't tell people they could, that you have all this stuff and then they can't see it. That's not cool. I'll share everything with everybody. Yeah, Black Rock is cool. That would be good. Only I camping. I haven't been to Courtright in a long time. I think the last time I went to Courtright, I used to drink. So that was pre 1986. So it's been a while. I mean, I used to hang out there all the time though. There's actually a lake up on top of the mountain between Wishon and Courtright, and we used to go hike up there all the time and go fishing way up there. And we would walk, but some people would jeep trail it, but we walked, hiked. It was a steep hike, but it was a beautiful, beautiful lake. On one side, you could see all of Wishon, and on the other side, you could see all of Courtright. It was beautiful. Yeah, I never heard that one either. So do I, Adolf. In fact, we were just there the other day, or not the other day, but a couple months ago, and it was a little bit freaky. You know, we didn't stay long either. It was freaky. I never lost time at Courtright. I've lost time at the spot, though, right outside of Sequoia National Park. Adolf has. In fact, I should tell you guys, me and Adolf were out this last weekend, and we were looking for the big giant birds and Bigfoot. And I have the video. I was going to share it here on this thing, and for some reason it wouldn't let me. So I'm going to have to edit it and upload it. But we found these big white, look like big giant bird poo things on the rocks. I looked at it, Adolf, on close up on my TV, and it actually looks like quartz rocks. But I can't tell. It still could be regular rocks that got the white bird poop stuff on it. I can't see it that good because it's pretty far over there. But I videotaped that, and then I went and flew the drone right in Reedley. We went over to Reedley and went to this little park, and we were out there, and it was hot, man. It was I don't know, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was hot, almost too hot to fly a drone, but I flew it anyways, and it got the drone hot. And when I was putting it away, this guy walks up named Coyote, and we were talking to him, and he asked, "Have you ever heard of the people that got abducted at Courtright Reservoir?" Hey, and I looked at Adolf. Oh, yeah, and then Adolf's like, "Yeah, me." It was me. And then you should have seen that guy's face, man. He freaked out. It was funny, real funny, man. I wish I would have had a camera on when that happened, man. That guy freaked out. It's like, yeah, that was me that got, and then he had a million questions for Adolf. It was good, man. That was good. But I'll edit all that up and put it up there. Yeah, we were looking for the pterodactyls and big birds. We've been hearing about them. I know Jeff did a show on it, but I've been hearing about them too. Jeff's not an island, where everything gets all funneled to him. All the information's out there, and people are talking about it in this area. So, he doesn't have the, I don't know, what do you call it? He's not the only guy hearing about this stuff. Yeah, and I kind of tripped out when I heard him talking about it. I didn't realize he had heard about it. But it makes sense, he's all over the place when it comes to this stuff. He eats it, sleeps it, and what else Yeah, that really was. And then he was Native American too, I thought it was weird because here comes this guy out of nowhere hiking in the heat, and I at first I thought he was homeless. He's carrying a big old backpack and everything, and it's just a little day park, and but then his shorts were too clean. His clothes were nice. So I thought, no, he's not a homeless. And I don't know what he was doing out there at hiking in the heat like that. That part was a little bit strange to me. It was. Yeah, they have been seeing him everywhere. Well, you guys, I gotta get. It was been fun. I will still be regular all the time. Okay, so every few days you're gonna see me. I have on my YouTube channel. Excuse me. I have on my YouTube channel a community area, and I'm gonna start utilizing that so that I could send messages to you guys and share pictures with you, and maybe I'll get some screen captures of that bird, that white rocks that we thought maybe the giant birds were pooping on, because it was the exact area where the birds are being seen at, or pterodactyls or whatever. And there was 3 actual spots, but only like I can come on there and tell everybody I'm gonna be on and when. So I'll go on there in a few hours before I go live, and let you guys know. So I don't know how that messages people. I think it messages just like, or alerts just like if I put a video up. So keep an eye on that. I'm going to be utilizing that community section. So I just realized I didn't even know what it was, and I posted a few things on there, a video and some pictures and stuff like that, trying it out to see how it works and stuff. So now I know I can talk to you guys not just through video, but I can post up there and send messages out before I go live and stuff, and it'll give you guys heads up. So keep an eye on that. Keep me in prayer. I'm going to keep you guys in prayer. I'm praying for your health and your wealth and everything, all things, a blessing in every part of your life. Health, wealth, your family, everything. And hopefully you do the same for me. It works. It really works. And I shall see you guys probably in a couple days. Y'all have a really good night. And God bless all of you. And I'm probably going to demonetize this channel as well, because I'm sick of when I say God bless to you guys and I'm praying for you guys that I get demonetized for it. They can pound sand, YouTube. All right, we'll see you guys.